I'm here with Cody Carlson. You can check him out, the Discriminating Gamer. And today we're going to talk about war games, historical games, political games. He's got 10 of these lined up for me. This is completely on the fly as we travel here.
All right.
We'll call this guerrilla board gaming.
I think so.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for coming. Appreciate
Delighted to be here.
So tell me, if you have a favorite light war game for people entering the hobby, what would you go for?
I'd probably say light. Memoir 44 is
Nice.
probably the most accessible.
Have you played Overload?
Overlord. I
Overlord.
have. That's my favorite way to play it. But just for teaching people into the game, it was a light game. I just say the two-player game. But I love the Overlord version. So yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great access point. So ancient war games, what would you go for?
I like Hannibal and Hamilcar quite a bit, which is a CDG.
Awesome.
But I also like Commands and Colors Ancients, another Commands and Colors game. So I'd probably say Hannibal and Hamilcar.
What would you say is the best feature of the mechanism of Hannibal that you like?
I like the combat where it's you play a card and somebody has to match the card and they can steal initiative, but as soon as somebody can't match the card, they lose the battle. I really like that. It's fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, we're moving on to a Napoleonic game now.
And I just Alliance. I just played Alliance not too long ago for Columbia Games. Just came out, I think, end of 24.
Oh, brilliant!
And it's a great strategic level map of Europe game. And a lot of times when you play games like people that play like the game is pretty much about Britain and France, with like Prussia and Austria just being adjuncts. And here, everybody's in it. Everybody can win. Everybody's got their objectives. I really like that one. Alliance block war game.
And does it feel fresh, or does it feel like it's retreading previous Napoleonic games?
It feels, well, to me, again, it feels the block war game stuff we've seen before. If you played any Columbia block war game, it's very familiar. But that idea of the other powers really being able to, like I say, so many other games feel like it's just Britain and France, and then the other players are just kind of there. And this one, every nation feels like they can do something fun and cool. So
that's amazing. Okay, now I believe you have on your channel a video that's purely top 10 World War I games.
Yeah.
If you had to distill that list down to a single World War I game.
My favorite World War I game is probably An Attrition of Souls by Compass Games.
Awesome.
Which is a great two-player, relatively light, I guess light to medium game. It's not too heavy. It's quick, plays in like an hour and a half, but you really get a flavor of it. There's fun stuff you can do with the units. There's events that happen. It's a, kind of an abstracted board, but it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. So let's move on to World War II. So we were born around the same time.
I'm older.
I cut my teeth just barely. I cut my teeth on Axis and Allies, and so I got to ask you, World War II game. Does it still hold up, or is there something better?
I love Axis and Allies, but Larry Harris outdid himself with War Room. War Room's my favorite game of all time. I played it again just about 2 weeks ago. It is amazing. It is so much fun. It's got everything I love in Axis and Allies, but it just pumps it to 11.
Okay, but I heard you don't use the sticks, the pool cues when you play.
A lot of times, I mean, I have in the past. This last time we didn't at all. We were into it too much, and we all had good access to the table, so we actually didn't do that. But you can do that if you want to push them around and have that experience.
It feels to me like it's a grand strategy game.
Yeah.
It feels to me like a game where you actually are like role playing, and you're like,
oh, absolutely,
I'm the guy, and what I do on this board is going to happen in the real world.
It is. There's a huge role playing element to it. Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, we're moving on to number 6 now, and it's into modern war games. So something set in recent years.
Yeah, that's tougher because honestly, I don't play a whole lot of modern games, but I'd probably say I really like it. Again, it's more area control. I'd probably say Flashpoint South China Sea.
Oh, very nice. Compact.
Yeah, which is a quick game. I think that's part of their lunchtime series or something like that.
That's right.
It plays about 60 minutes, but it's fun. You know, you're trying to it's contest between the United States and China. A shooting war hasn't broken out, but it's potentially imminent, you know, and you're trying to get area control in the various places. Anyway, I like that one.
I played that one. I really like it too. That was a Harold Buchanan game design, was it not? Yeah, and loosely based around Twilight Struggle.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you like Twilight Struggle, it might be sort of a lighter version of that. Absolutely. Now we're going into the future. Best futuristic war game.
I'd probably say, as a war game, Space Empires 4X.
Awesome.
Which is a 4X game to be sure, but it really in its heart feels like a war game.
Yes.
And I played it at all player counts, and I like it best at 2-player. But I do like it because you got all the fun 4X stuff in there, but you still have some really fun and engaging combat that I really like in that one quite a bit.
We call that one Space Empires 4X, the spreadsheet game.
There is some bookkeeping, but I love it. I love that game quite a bit. I like Callisto 2200.
Yes, that would be my pick.
Yeah,
I love when you lay down the Space Empires board and there's just nothing on it. It's just grid.
Yeah.
So you know there's a lot of game substance and meat behind the game when the board doesn't require fancy graphics.
Exactly. Absolutely.
That's awesome. Let's shift slightly into political games.
Okay.
And this is hard because we just came from lunch with Jason Matthews, the designer of Twilight Struggle. And so, are there any games that rival on that level? Would you consider that a political game?
Yeah, a diplomatic game. But I mean, certainly you could say 1960 Making of a President, which is the same basic game. But I just played for the first time about a year ago Watergate, and I really like Watergate.
I really like Watergate.
And it's quick and it's thematic and a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. We're on to the last couple of picks, and this is getting a little bit harder for you. So heavy war game, something that's really gonna, you're gonna need a special kind of person to play this game with you.
I think probably, there's been a lot of good ones. If I'm looking just at the hex encounter, I wanna roll and advance and move. I really like the Russian Campaign 5th edition that GMT just republished here recently. Good Barbarossa game. The Russians have to trade space for time. The Germans are just a monster at the beginning of the game, but then it takes its toll as you move forward there. Again, not one I play often, but a fun game.
For this one, I want to give you a little bit of a range. So it's the top historical board game. So there's a fairly broad definition there.
Top historical board game. Oh, goodness. I might say Twilight Struggle.
Wow.
Awesome. I really like Twilight Struggle. I still think that is one of the absolute best two-player games of all time in any genre.
Yes.
And I love the way Jason married the mechanisms to the theme. He does that so well. And I do have to say, I just played First Monday in October, which is also very good. And it kind of... the way that brings in the history is also a lot of fun too. But if I was to pick, I'd say Twilight Struggle.
I love that when you pull a card out, you see an event. If you don't know that event, you're going to go research it, or you're going to find out about it, and it plays into the game in such a way that the theme then starts to carry into the board game.
You definitely learn when you play that game.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the Discriminating Gamer, Cody Carlson. You got to go check out his channel. Look down in the description. Thanks for joining us on Legendary Tactics. Now get out there, get gaming,
be legendary.